Beautiful scenes of emotion. Wow. What a day it is to be a fan of the beautiful game. To be a fan of this beautiful club who, to all intents and purposes, have been cast aside from the elite class. In terms of the hierarchy, we're kind of a couple of steps below where we should be. However, apparently we can still attract top talent. To all of you who joined me, I want to say welcome back to another one. Hope you're all well. We are going to be doing some sensational stuff today, so if you are ready, can I get a hashtag fraud gang in the comments? Wow, my coffee is actually moving, spinning, dancing coffee. Wow. We're going to have a new addition to the squad, apparently, because world-class talent, or elite talent, is still tempted by the arse. I'm very excited by this. I haven't yet started because I'm just still buzzing, genuinely buzzing from this news. We will get started in a minute. I just want to wait for a few people to get in here. I'm just going to share the stream. Do me a favor and go and share the stream because this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. You don't want to miss it. Exciting times to be a fan. I mean, we've been patient, haven't we? We've really been waiting for news like this, so it's sensational to actually see that things are happening in the background. Obviously, there was a Q&A, that AGM type deal, which they don't really have to do anymore quite recently, and there were a lot of frustrated people asking questions, wondering what was going on. But in the background, it appears that Raul, Vinay and Edu now have been hard at work because we have breaking news for that ass, baby! Oh, yeah. We're warming up. When I'm done with my coffee, we will get started, okay? This is sensational news. Stream health is looking good. How is everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. We will do the official intro very shortly. I'm just going to go through a few comments. Adam LFC, how you doing? Don, how you doing? Darren McDoggy Dog, thanks for joining us. Paolo Miguel, how are we? Harry Hunter, can I get a hashtag fraud gang? All the frauds. If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you are now. Okay, now is your chance to become a member of the fraud gang. True Ballers FC Squadron. We may well have a new addition. Okay, right. Bear with me 1 second while I just share this video before we go live. We've got 1,000 of you in here now, so we are going to get started. No messing around. Arsenal's £75 million Nicolas Pepe bid appears to have been accepted. Let's get down to business, people. Let's get down to business. Oh. 1, 2, 3. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. My name is hughwizzy and you're watching 90 more. Back again with breaking news for that ass. Make sure you are subscribed if you're new and drop the video a damn like if you breathe oxygen. Can I get a what? Oh my word. It looks like we're actually back. I'm a little bit gassed, I'm not going to lie. This could be one of the most sensational transfers in Premier League history. Never mind Arsenal breaking their transfer record to bring in a top talent. We've needed a winger under Unai Emery's new system. We lack a bit of class out wide. We have used a much improved Alexander Iwobi, a Nigerian international now who's growing in confidence and stature, but is naturally not a wide man, and at times it's clear to see, especially in the final third. This guy right here could well mean that we could say goodbye to Mkhitaryan playing on the wing, a guy who again has really not done anything very, very convincingly since moving from Manchester United. We may well be being linked to an actual top class right winger, primarily a right winger. He can play at centre forward when needed, but I prefer him out wide. He cuts in beautifully. He can play on the left. Great crossing, 11 assists, 22 goals in Ligue 1 for Lille last season, helping them to Champions League football. If I remember correctly, I think they came second in Ligue 1. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. This guy is the real deal, and we were told by none other than David Ornstein that Arsenal had not put in an €80 million bid. This is about 2 weeks ago now. I think July the 13th. He tweeted, "We will have a look any second." Let's go to Ornstein Twitter. Now, he has tweeted today, and we will get to that in a second, but let's just quickly focus on the tweet from July the 13th. Here it is. Sources tell BBC Sport Arsenal have not submitted a bid for Lille forward Nicolas Pepe and do not have the level of money being reported, €80 million, to sign the Ivory Coast international. Well, can I get a what? Because I got breaking news for that ass from the same person who has now changed his mind completely, right? This is why, we'll get to that. Arsenal have reached an agreement. This is today, 10:50 a.m., less than 45 minutes ago. Arsenal have reached an agreement with Lille, oh my word, to sign Ivory Coast winger Nicolas Pepe for €80 million, around €80 million. Now, I'm not going to lie, I keep doing this with me and David Ornstein, but I made the video 2 weeks ago because I'd heard it from someone else, not Ornstein. Ornstein just came out and quashed it. We did a video, if you want to see that and us getting very hyped about the possibility of us signing Pepe 2 weeks ago, then there is a video there. But we have apparently now reached an agreement, and we are willing to tell David Ornstein that we have reached an agreement. Whatever, it's complicated. It could well be about timing. It's not a coincidence that the questions, the AGM was on the same day, coincidentally, out of all the days of the transfer window, the day that we announced that we had signed Saliba and Ceballos. However, this is the more convincing transfer. It's the transfer that could help us this season, because obviously Ceballos, I think, is going to take time to grow into the league. He may well not hit the ground running, and I don't think you could really blame him for that. Physically, he may well have a little bit of growing to do there, or work in the gym. Saliba, obviously, is going back out to St Etienne for another year. Really disappointing, I'm not going to lie, because he looks so good and I just want him at the club. But this is a huge transfer. This would definitely be Arsenal's most expensive signing of all time. And they are apparently able to do it in the instalments that we're going to need due to the financial situation that we find ourselves in. Paid by instalments to fit the Arsenal budget. A 5-year deal. We're not messing around. He is 24 years old, I believe. And that is a long-term deal. Securing a top-class winger. Oh, mate, a left-footed winger. Oh, my word! I'm very excited. I've seen some of this. We're going to watch some highlights from this guy because, beautiful. Wow, I can't believe. I mean, I did believe, and then he quashed it. So I was like, don't know what to believe anymore. But basically, Ornstein is a bit of a fraud these days. I think he's lost his connections, and they're just feeding him what they want, when they want, instead of him getting it ahead of time. And there are other journalists who've obviously been linked or have links with Serie A clubs, especially Napoli, who have also been in talks with Lille, because Carlo Ancelotti came out yesterday and he said that, yes, I can't even pretend, his agent has been at the team hotel. Now, Napoli have also reached an agreement with Lille, but the agent has rejected the proposal, or the agent proposal has been rejected. I'm not sure whether he's being dyslexic there, or whether means that Lille have rejected the agent's proposal, or the agent has rejected the proposal. I'm not sure. Basically, what I have heard is that his agent wants €5 million and another €5 million for Pepe himself. I'm sure we can sort this out, lads. Now that Ornstein is here and he's gone public on it, we're going to look at other guys as well who have, because it seems to be everywhere. It seems to be actually happening. I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe it. I had heard about a week ago that we were going to spend about €80 million. I could get my WhatsApp open right now, but I cannot, right? The fact of the matter is, Let me do a quick shout out to Tony. Tony knows. Tony's seen a few of the things. He actually knows that we've got a sauce. We've got sauces. Where's the sauces? Can I get some sauces, please? Bear? Yeah. I need some sauces, please. Exclusive sauces. Right. Pepe is on his way. Fabrizio Romano, Italian journalist. He works for Sky Sports, does bits for The Guardian. He is Di Marsio's staff. Di Marzio usually quite up to speed, but he has been kind of he has been putting out some stuff that's conflicting what we've been wanting to hear of late, especially regarding Napoli and Pepe. But anyway, Arsenal, more about Pepe. No problem for the total agreement between clubs. Woo! 80 million euros plus add-ons. Where are we getting this money? Incredible. This is so interesting because all season, all the transfer window, we've been told, oh, you've actually brought sources. Incredible. We've got sources. From my exclusive sources, I have actually heard that we have got more than 40 million, which is apparently a load of nonsense. Vinay saying when he was asked that he'd never heard about that figure, it may well have just been a tactic to stop other clubs feeling like they could milk us. And, you know, from what we've seen so far, we are having a good window. I'm sorry to say this, lads. I know that there are a lot of people who have been impatient. I've been one of them. But Saliba has the potential to be world class. I wish that he wasn't going back to Saint Etienne for another year, if only because I worry that he could get injured. However, he's going to be top class. There's no denying that. They're talking about him being the Mbappe of centre-backs. With Ceballos, he's a midfielder who is only not getting in that Real Madrid side because of Modric, I guess, or Kroos, or both of them. And I'm sure that at some stage they will want to have him involved. But for the time being, we have got another top-class under-21, well, it's 22, 23, but under-21 international player of the tournament in the European Championships, which Spain won recently. And that, I think, is why Real Madrid changed their mind as to why they would rather not sell him, because they were open to it. Come the end of the season, he hasn't really been featuring. Still, that's two, or at least it's one this season, but two in general, okay? And now we're talking about a big boy. Forget Zaha. Zaha's great. He's Premier League proven. I know that people are really kind of obsessed with that. Physically, he's got great attributes. And I look at him sometimes and I think, wow, you've actually got the potential to be a little bit like Bale. But does he have that cutting edge? Or, can he score more than 6 goals in a Premier League season? Possibly in a better side. But this guy, I feel like it's guaranteed. 22 goals and 11 assists last season is not a joke. He has taken Lille, not single-handedly, because my guy, Jose Font, who has been having an incredible resurgence in his own career, has also been integral to that. But this is a top-class signing if we can get this over the line. He says everything is confirmed. Sensational scenes. I mean, can you believe this? Arsenal are confident about the deal. Everything confirmed. Wow. Fabrizio Romano. Let's have a look at what the papers are saying. Arsenal lead the race for Nicolas Pepe after submitting new bids. 22 goals in 38 appearances, had been coveted by several top clubs around Europe, including Liverpool and Manchester United. It was only last night that I was talking to a friend about the possibility of Liverpool getting Pepe and having an African front three of Pepe, Mane and Salah. Wow, can you imagine the pace? I mean, people that play Ultimate Team would have an absolute field day, but Arsenal's front three with Pepe would look sensational. Manchester United also monitoring the situation. Napoli in the hunt for his signature, but have fallen behind the Gunners, ready to match the £72 million valuation. Unai, is he getting a very big, very expensive signing, as he said he was? Are we being backed? Fraud gang! Is this the moment that we've all been waiting for? Look, there are certain things that plenty of people haven't been happy with about the club, but I have to be honest, since the statement went out, that "we care, do you" statement, I feel like they've responded, which I was shocked by. I feel like they've been quite open. I feel like people were quite unfair to them at the AGM, asking questions that they shouldn't be answering, and that would damage transfer negotiations. So if they get this over the line, and we've got a top-class centre-back coming in next season. Perhaps we could get a centre-back on loan this season. That is also being talked about. We're having quite a good window. If we're patient, we realise that we have got to a European Cup final, slipped at the last hurdle, but to a final. We've missed out on top four in ridiculous circumstances where we've really capitulated and should have taken advantage of fixtures that were very winnable. Let's say 8 or 9 fixtures that were very winnable. We could have walked into third, lads. So it's possible, if you look at it from one way, that we're in a good position here. And Pepe, I'm telling you, lads, wow. We're going to watch some of his stuff and have a look at him. But before we do, I'm just going to search for Pepe Arsenal and see, I love that, and see exactly what the old Twitter sphere is saying, because I know that Twitter is extremely quick with this type of thing. BBC are on it now. 28 minutes ago, Arsenal have reached an agreement with French club Lille to sign Ivory Coast winger Nicolas Pepe in a deal worth £72 million. That is, of course, from none other than Ornstein. There's so many of you in here. Thanks for joining me to talk about the potential of a top-class signing coming to the arse. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Drop the video a damn like if you breathe oxygen. And we shall continue. Matt Spiro, who is a France-based footballer, writer and broadcaster, head of League and Global TV content, is saying this would be a potential game changer for Arsenal if they get it done. Pepe is a far bigger talent than Zaha, and at 24 he's getting better. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on the potential of this guy. Do you think this is a sensational deal? Do you think he's overrated? There are people who would say that Wilfried Zaha actually outperformed Pepe at the African Cup of Nations. Zaha scored some crucial goals. He won them some games with individual appearances, substitute appearances where he shone. But Nicolas Pepe linked to the arse. How are we feeling about that? Lee O'Malley, Arsenal producer, Darren McDoggy Dog, Joe Green. Okay, let's watch some footage. We want to watch some footage, huh? Let's just have a quick look. This guy's tweets are quite funny, actually. I might give him a follow. I keep seeing him pop up. Announce Pepe and the banter era is forgiven. The 10-2 loss to Bayern. Signing Chalstrom to solve an injury crisis. Losing Ramsey for free. Jesse Lingard dancing in the Emirates. William Gallas being on number 10. The RVP saga. All of it. Make it happen, please. Yeah, it is crazy how willing we are to forgive and forget everything if one player signs as Arsenal fans. I do like that guy's tweets. FK, bald fraud / legend. Love you, mate. Arsenal with no money, Europa League football and trash football to nab Pepe from Liverpool and Manchester United. We sign who we want. The biggest club in the world, never at me again. 22 goals and 11 assists to bring in a top-class Ivorian international. Wow. Incredible. After Saliba, Pepe, this is an extraordinary market for Arsenal. They did the most of their high reputation among French players to beat the competition. Big Wenger's done it again. Who's that? Oh, God. Okay, Charles Watts, who writes for someone or other. Arsenal talks over Pepe now very advanced with Lille and agents. Exact structure still being thrashed out with both. Club trying hard and pushing to get it done. Been dramatic progress in past 48 hours. Still work to do, but wow. And yeah, I guess that's my exact reaction. This is Arsenal's first choice winger. Make no mistake about it. People would have been talking about Brahimi. They would have been talking about Zaha. Ryan Fraser. Who else? Who else have we been into? Claude Maurice, Claude the Fraud. This is Arsenal's number one choice here, lads. If they can manage to get this over the line, it could be sensational. Let's not forget that he is relatively new. A new kind of... Is this a flash in the pan, is all I'm saying. Do we want to get overly excited just in case it doesn't happen, or just in case he doesn't transform that form from Ligue 1 to the Premier League. I don't know, but I'm almost convinced that this, if we can pull it off, is one of the most exciting transfers Arsenal have had in a while. He's a guy who can go past people. He's great in tight spaces. He's got great through balls, good crossing ability. He can shoot. He cuts in. He's pacey. I mean, Robin Berner, football writer. So it looks like Nicolas Pepe is Arsenal bound, fitting a player so readily compared to Thierry Henry. What? Oh, fitting a player so readily compared to Thierry Henry might end up at the Emirates, and it's a move he deserves after a very fine 18 months with Lille. Fully expect him to be a smash in the Premier League. Oh, this is great. Now, you know how the press, they do give us a hard time, right? They really do. I think fans give Arsenal a hard time. If we pull this off, you've got to congratulate them. That's a good bit of business, that. That's a very, very good bit of business. Free kicks, long-range efforts, 25-yard curlers, composure in the box, the ability to take it past one or even two men, vision, pace. He's got a lot of attributes that I am after from a wide man, and what we need at Arsenal and have lacked for so long. I don't want to get too excited because it hasn't been confirmed, but there's so much smoke here, it looks like we may well actually be able to get this over the line. I'm putting two and two together with messages that I've been sent telling me that we're going to be spending about 80 million euros. Now I'm seeing Ornstein go completely, what's he doing? Is it a 180? He's done a complete 180, hasn't he? He said that we were not in and it was not going to happen. Let's just go back to that. On the 13th, sources tell BBC Sport Arsenal have not submitted a bid for Lille forward Nicolas Pepe. They do not have the level of money being reported. Well, obviously, that is a load of bollocks. Excuse my French. Please don't demonetise. I need to eat. Now, he's changed his tack completely. Arsenal have reached an agreement with Lille to sign Ivory Coast winger Nicolas Pepe for around 80 million euros paid in instalments to fit Arsenal's budget. If Napoli, who also have an agreement with Lille, do not get the agent's fees sorted out, then it looks like we're the front runners. I'm not going to count my count my eggs before they hatch. Count my chickens. But this is a very exciting bit of news. And I just want to watch some Nicolas Pepe now. LMAO. Yes, he's true. Gervinho looked good in highlights as well. I'm not going to lie. It's official. Top 4 if you sign him, says Christopher Mallord. Very exciting. I'm not going to lie. We may well have got a little bit gassed because it isn't yet done, but there's a lot of well-respected journalists coming out and saying that it is very close. Arsenal in for 72 to 75 million pound winger, Lille winger from Ivory Coast, Nicolas Pepe. Installments FC, but they're getting it done. And I'm not going to lie, I've seen some stuff from Raul and Vinay that I have been impressed with, mostly from Raul. I'm not going to lie. Vinay seems to be a little bit of a suit, right? But Raul, he knows his football. He really does. I am shocked that he sanctioned the Coutinho deal for so much money, because I think that may well have backfired somewhat. But he's definitely a football man. His knowledge of the game is very impressive, to be honest. So there is hope for us yet. I know that it's been kind of, negativity.com recently, but let's have a look at Pepe's stats anyhow. We've got whoscored.com up here. League 1, 37 appearances. He's starting all of those games bar one. 22 goals, 11 assists, 1 yellow card, no reds. 3.1 shots per game. Passing accuracy of 79.1%. And 13 Man of the Match awards. That is unbelievable. 13 Man of the Match awards in 37 games. 1 goal in the Coupe de France. He also played in the African Cup of Nations for the Ivory Coast. No goals, no assists. Half decent, not great. Okay, let's See the strengths and weaknesses here, apparently, according to whoscored.com. Nicolas Pepe's characteristics: through balls are very strong, long shots are strong, key passes strong, dribbling is strong. His weaknesses are offside awareness, but that's good. He's always playing on the line or looking to get that little advantage. I like that. Holding on to the ball. Okay, that's what most players who go around people do. They make things happen, and unfortunately when you try and make things happen, more often than not, things go wrong. But, you know, defensive contribution is weak as well. Okay, well, he might have to work on that under Unai Emery, but then he may well just have the pace to get himself back whenever he makes a mistake. He likes to cut inside, likes to play short passes, gets fouled often, likes to dribble, and does not dive into tackles. That is according to whoscored.com. Now, let's have a look at his Wikipedia very quickly. Okay. Born in France. Born in the north of France. Up here. He played for Poitiers. Stade Poitevin. And then Angers, which is where Jeffrey Adelaide is right now. Quick loan to Ligue 1, where he's shone, and Lille have signed him, I think, for 9 million euros. His international career. So he's got both his parents are from the Ivory Coast. He was called up in 2016, made his debut 3 days later in a friendly against France, replacing Max Alain Gradel. Named in the 23-man squad for the 2017 African Cup of Nations, but took no part. And scored his first international goals in a friendly against Togo. Followed it 3 days later with another goal. He's in the Ligue 1 Team of the Year for last season. And he's won the Prix Marc-Vivien Foe Award, which is an award to honour the late Marc-Vivien Foe, awarded to the best player who represents an African national football team in Ligue 1. Okay. So the best African player in Ligue 1 last season, basically, and in the Ligue 1 Team of the Year, which I'll try and get up here. What's this? 2018-19. What's this? Okay. I'm not sure what exactly this is. Let's go right to the top. Oh, okay, right. This is all the French awards. So, Team of the Year, Mbappe, Pepe, Neymar, Verratti, Di Maria, Ndombele, Mendy, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Lala, and Maignan. He's in very good company there, isn't he? Thiago Silva, one of the best defenders of all time, for sure. Kelly Lala is a revelation this season. Ferland Mendy's obviously gone to Real Madrid. We know about Di Maria and Ndombele, nearly £60 million fee to Tottenham. Verratti, one of the best out. I mean, Mbappe and Neymar, it speaks for themselves, and Pepe is in amongst them. This is very promising. I really hope that it happens. It's not done yet, but let's get excited. Let's put the pressure on the arse. Hashtag we care do you in every single Arsenal tweet. Don't forget. Can I get a hashtag fraud gang? Let's get some love in the chat. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's put pressure on these guys. Let's get this over the line. Please, Lord, the football gods, look down on us, shine down on us, and give us something. Give us something to hope for. Even though we have been shocking of late, we are still, apparently, a big enough name to attract the likes of Nicolas Pepe. That, to me, is very exciting. I cannot wait to see if this gets done. 72 to 75, 80 million euro about their fee for Nicolas Pepe, Ivorian 24-year-old international, 22 goals and 11 assists in Ligue 1 last season. Please, Lords, let's... Raul, Vino, Edu, get it done, baby. I'm going to love you and leave you for now. I hope you've enjoyed the video and the regular content that is coming out. Make sure you are subscribed if you're new. And drop the video a damn like if you want to see some Pepe in the arse. For now, I've been hughwizzy, and this has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining us. I will see you in the next one. Peace, guys.